Ja,
Boah.
herzlich willkommen. Wir probieren auf jeden Fall so viel wie möglich zu übersetzen und eigene Meinungen reinzubringen, aber erhofft euch nicht so viel.
Ja, geil, guck mal, wie alle mitmachen. Richtig geil.
Viel Spaß euch!
Sag mal was, Marco?
Was?
Okay, perfekt.
Was?
Ja, Freunde, jetzt seht ihr auf jeden Fall die alte VOG-Rüstung.
Hello, welcome to our stream. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm Deej from Bungie, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to the panel that we have on hand for a reveal of The Reef in the House of Wolves. I'm joined by Christopher Barrett, creative director at Bungie.
Hello, everybody.
Und der linke Kollege ist ziemlich nervös, wie man sehen kann.
Ah.
Felt it only appropriate that King Gathalion would join us in the Reef.
No raid! What? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
What?
good. I'm so good.
Good.
There's like barely anybody watching. I can feel you tense right now.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
no, it's
fine.
okay.
I'm
We're
looking
good.
at our chat window.
We're not at all
past.
shaky.
We're
Yeah.
good. We're fine.
It's good.
We're relaxed and happy to be here. Happy that you're here as well.
Absolutely.
So our goal today is to show you the new social space that's going to be the hub of activity and your experiences in the House of Wolves, and also give you a view of what the House of Wolves will mean for everything that you own and everything that you are in Destiny. So we're going to expose you to the new activities, the characters who will send you out back into action, and also give you an idea as to what accomplishing all of those things will mean for the gear that you currently own. So we are here in the Reef.
Can I die here?
So, Freunde, hier seht ihr gerade der neue Turm.
I went through there. I became ethereal for a second. That's good. I'm back. Don't worry.
Good.
It's all good.
Yeah, are you?
I'm back. Yeah,
All
we're
right,
good.
so enough of this mass suicide.
Okay.
You both died within the first 10 seconds.
I'm sorry. This is so hard. Let's go.
Playing games is hard.
All right, where to?
So the first thing we're going to do is I'd love to give our audience a sense of why you're the perfect person to speak to us about the House of Wolves and to introduce them to this experience. So
Okay.
you have been the creative director on Destiny when it was a basic idea and a few sketches on a piece of paper, yeah?
Yeah, I did art direction on the first.
Ja, aber auch ein ganz schönes Delay, ja?
Very familiar with the universe. I've been working
Ja, ein
on it
bisschen.
for
Das ist wie bei Kinox, wenn du den Film anguckst oder die Stimmen verschieben.
Also bei mir läuft alles flüssig. Sie werden uns im Chat wahrscheinlich 1, 2 Sekunden früher hören. Aber das
Okay.
ist ja ganz cool.
Nee, ich meinte hier die DJ und Co.
Bei mir läuft
We're
alles
gonna use some of the
flüssig.
story agents that,
Are we
Guck mal, achte mal auf die Lippen.
yes,
Okay.
we had a slow walk though.
Ja, bei mir läuft's
We're at a
flüssig.
jog right now.
Yeah.
We need to slow it down. Slow it down.
Sieht so aus, als ob das der zweite Turm wird.
Ja.
Ja.
So this is the domain of
Und hier ist das
Queen.
Zeichen der
And you're welcome.
Königin.
Talk to us a little bit about why the Reef, why at this moment in time are we coming
Also
into
das
the
heißt,
Reef,
sie kommt
and why is this the
wieder.
focal point of our story?
Da ist sie auch, die Königin. Da ist doch schon der NPC zum Anquatschen.
House of Wolves has been sort of under
Yep.
control of the Queen, as you probably saw in some of the cinematics in
Yeah.
Destiny 1. So the House of Wolves has rebelled and has, as you've seen in the trailer, killed a bunch of the Queen's guard.
And that's bad.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
bad.
that's bad. That's bad.
We don't want that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rebellion,
Bad for the
betrayal.
Queen, bad for us, good for the Fallen.
Sure.
And so the House of Wolves has spread out into the galaxy, causing all kinds of mayhem. And Petra and the Queen have called you, the Guardians, to the Reef to help out.
And there's Petra.
Yep. People will remember her probably from if they remember the Queen's Wrath in.
Das ist auf jeden Fall der Königin-NPC, Petra Venji. Oder Venge.
What happened to her eye? All will be
gone
revealed. All will be revealed in time. And yeah, and she has her mask off as well.
Yeah. So Petra, she's the main story agent for the House of Wolves. She's gonna.
Das
send
wird
you
der
on that path to
Story-NPC sein
revenge.
für das
Inspecting her inventory
DLC.
Here, she's got some new bounties for us.
Those are all the most notorious House of Wolves.
People are going to wonder if these are just rehashes of the Queen's Wrath bounty that happened later last year.
Yeah, they're not. They're all new. All new.
Success!
And she's got
Abzeichen,
some, fancy
Banner.
things we can use to dress ourselves up
Raumschiff,
with. She's
oder?
got some shaders.
She does have the shaders from the Queen's Wrath bounty, so I'll no longer be special with my rose gold.
You will notice I am wearing.
Yeah.
What am I wearing?
Which one is
One
it?
of them.
It's very pink.
Provincial.
That's a basic shader.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Is
gotta
it?
be so basic?
Oh.
Immerhin sind sie noch Level 31. Schade, dass sie da noch
Der
keinen
war noch
Einblick
nicht mal im
geben.
Raid, hat einen guten Helm.
She's got a couple nice shaders here as well that are not from previously. Queen's Wrath rank 3.
Yep.
I like those a lot.
And
Da gibt's ein Schiff.
Awoken Ship. I don't know, did you notice that on there?
I did
Oh,
notice
sehr
that. I was
stylisch,
getting
das
ready to
Teil.
look at it.
Mhm.
That's quite a view of that. What is...
That is, it's one of my favorite ships for sure, so I want to make sure that...
Does it have all the fun flags off of it? Doesn't look like it does.
No.
Ah, those were fun.
You gotta be
Wow.
a Queen's
Wird es
Guard
noch wahrscheinlich
to get the
die
banners.
unteren zwei
So fans have seen
Rüstungsshader
this
geben.
before. There was,
Sieht aber
a
aus, als
reveal
wäre
of
das
our
eine
game
das
over back in
weiß-goldene, was man beim
2013.
Eisenbanner
And,
erwerben konnte.
You know,
And
there's
then,
been a lot
you
of
locked all that on disc, right?
well, that's definitely definitely one of the fans' suspicions, one of the community's suspicions,
Sure.
is that all this stuff has been held in reserve. But talk to us a little bit about the actual creative process
Sure.
for the House of Wolves.
Sure, yeah. We had an early prototype of this space. It's a place we've always wanted to go. The reef is a really cool
Just go away.
place in the lore, and we knew we wanted to go here
Sin?
sometime. Like I said, we had a prototype of it. We decided the story was a great time to
Dann kannst du den Larry timeouten.
back.
Ja, ich mach.
Use it as a starting point, but we rebuilt it from
Nur
scratch.
Timeout, nicht
All,
bannen.
Ja, er ist raus.
content, tailored specifically for the House of Wolves, all the new vendor areas, all the new characters. Yeah, it was a great starting point. But I always wanted to visit the reef.
So is there going to be more story and lore this time around compared to like the Dark Below?
So Petra will be your main story agent, I guess.
Sure.
So she will lead you through a series of quests and the main story of the House of Wolves. Yeah, we definitely wanted to make a really coherent, really fun story that I think.
Also wir erzählen gerade, dass auf jeden Fall eine witzige oder spannende Story, Story-Quest durch den NPC Petra vorhanden sein soll. Sagen wir mal so.
A lot of people argue that the lore is excellent in the game, but it's all locked away in like grimoire cards and things like that that you have to get like through a third-party situation. Is that something that we could ever viably see in game? Like actually be able to look at our lore in game?
It's from moments and some of the most interesting aspects of Destiny, but as far as grimoire integration into the game, it's not an announcement we're making right now. I can tell you that this is a fresh approach to storytelling in the game, and a lot of work has been done on the House of Wolves since we've launched Destiny, and to me it really feels like an adaptation to our creative process as developers, as storytellers, and a reaction to what players have liked and what they've enjoyed.
Sure.
One thing I want to ask about Petra is one thing we remember from her when she was in the tower is that she had all sorts of cool weapons and armor pieces and things like that. Are we going to have the chance to earn that stuff again?
Yeah, there'll be a full set of Queen's Wrath armor and weapons that you can acquire in the Prison of Elders.
Okay.
Is that acquired through drops, or is that something?
Yep, those drop directly in the Prison of Elders.
Okay, well they'll have the same level light as, say, the 36, what is it, 38 light we're going to or something? Or?
Yep, those will be on par with the rest of the content.
34, well, yeah, level 34 light, but
yes,
the amount of light on the gear, whatever it is.
We'll inspect all of that in a little bit.
Cool.
On the subject of the Prison of Elders, you can see that the warden for the Prison of Elders is Varix. He is a fallen from the House of Judgment. So what is the House of Judgment, and why is this bastard allowed to be in the tower with all of us Guardian folk?
Sure, he is. The House of Judgment is one of the very old houses of the Fallen. He is one of the only known remaining Fallen from the House of Judgment. He's gone through a few trials himself. He's missing a few arms there. They're now replaced with some mechanical arms. So he has kind of been loyal to the Queen, and so he was able to sort of stick around. He's sort of an informant in some ways. He's also someone who runs the Prison of Elders. Trying to think, I'm super excited to have Fallen be one of the characters you interact with. It's such a cool the Fallen is such a cool race, and to be able to get right up close and have to be able to talk to them and have them.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some interesting bonuses on the gear that he has here. First off, he's got the what is it? The Judgment Chance, which where do you get those? The armored cores and weapon cores.
Sure. Yeah, those will drop from the Prison of Elders.
Okay.
So,
is there a limit on how many times a week we can run that?
Yep. You'll have there'll be weekly lockouts, and there'll be, multiple. We'll talk more about it when we get into the Prison of Elders, but there'll be multiple challenges that you can partake and get drops, and then you can turn them into Variks for the high level gear.
And there's also some fun new perks to them. Shank burn. I'm noticing on this auto rifle, which isn't a pea shooter, so thanks for that. Yeah, it's actually got decent impact on it instead of being high fire rate with nil impact as we've been used to.
Right.
Necrochasm.
So yeah, we have a full suite of all Fallen themed, class items. We have ships, one from each house, which is pretty cool. You've got the House of Winter, you've got the House of Devils. You can collect all the different ships. Also have shaders specific to those houses.
Okay.
So you can dress like your favorite Fallen.
Sure. Does his inventory rotate?
So each week there'll be different rewards up at the top where it says Prison of Elders. You'll have.
Well, that's fun. Okay.
Yep.
And then, like any component of the Destiny endgame, that stuff has a weekly reset.
Yep.
Like the Nightfall strikes, like things like that.
And we really wanted to introduce the ability to sort of preview the gear that you'll be able to win instead of it sort of being hidden, like, not sure what you're going to get. Like, that's why we're showing some of the items on his inventory himself, so you can kind of
that's awesome.
know what you're looking for and kind of work towards it.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll also have the some secrets awaiting inside the Prison of Elders
Less
itself.
chance in the progression system,
But you're also, obviously there'll always be.
Is his inventory going to run on a pattern or be RNG based?
It is. I don't know. I'm not positive on that. I think it's.
Boom!
Yeah.
I did it.
You stumped us. Well done.
So actually,
well done.
So we want to make sure. I think it's actually a pattern. We want to make sure that if you're playing consistently,
Sort of like how Iron Banner is, where it's like you can more or less guess when it's going to be the right week. Sure.
Right. We want to make sure that people can, if they're playing constantly and playing the Prison of Elders, they can work through and collect all the gear eventually. So yeah, we don't want the same pants coming up, 4 times in a row. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Diversity, variety,
but predictability.
I know exactly what Lord Saladin will have as an inventory this week when the Iron Banner comes back up.
Guck mal, in der zweiten Reihe im ersten Ranking siehst du unsere Klassenabzeichen, die du wahrscheinlich dann zum Leveln brauchst für die jeweiligen Fraktionen.
Siehst du, der Gute ist auch ein Warlock. Er hat Geschmack.
Yep.
Where's the Queen at?
Queen is safe and sound
I want to go look at her.
behind those doors. So check this out.
Guck mal, sie salutieren, Junge. Stark.
Where are we headed? Oh, down.
We're headed down.
Das ist wahrscheinlich die Königin-Area.
The Candle Room.
You're immune to candles.
Ach krass. Da wird man dann wahrscheinlich nur mit Einladung oder sowas reinkommen.
Solar energy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wer ist das? Brother Wentz.
Solar candles.
Yeah, solar.
Das ist für Osiris.
Noch ein
So this is
NPC.
Brother Vance. He is a disciple of Osiris. And,
Disciple
what
of
role does he
Osiris,
play in
okay.
the House of Wolves?
He will be the emissary of Trials of Osiris. He will be your guide. He will be the person you come to for rewards, to buy new.
Ja, Osiris dürfte ja kein
We'll talk more about that,
beschriebenes
obviously,
Blatt sein. Das wird wahrscheinlich der NPC dafür sein.
Twitches, but
Yeah.
Trial Supplies, okay.
So we'll delve deeply into
Trial
Oh,
Passage. Okay.
that competitive multiplayer special event.
Okay.
And you can see that
Weiß und das unterste müsste
Guck mal,
sein, damit du
er
da
geht-
reinkommst. Das
Genau.
unterste.
Iron Banner.
Wollte ich auch gerade sagen.
Das musst du kaufen, wahrscheinlich mit Lichtpartikeln oder so.
Ja, das ist dann die Zugangskarte zu dem Osiris-Event.
it's every weekend.
Every weekend?
Yep.
Okay.
Until the reset. So it starts Friday and then.
Okay,
Er
great.
geht nicht genau, geh mal drauf. Was, you have?
Das da unten ist ein Coin. Brauchst du musst diese Coins kaufen und erwerben, damit du das bekommst.
His stock
You can look at it.
I think. I think.
Oh, actually, no, it's not.
No,
there.
we can't. It's, yeah, the stock doesn't.
Ah, okay, diese Dinger sind quasi wie so Tränke. Dann wirst du wahrscheinlich unterschiedliche Bonusdinger kriegen oder sowas. Zum Beispiel 10 Minuten mehr Erfahrungspunkte oder irgendwie sowas.
Trials of Osiris, when we actually participate in the next stream a week from now, will be here, and we'll send in triple.
You could say I'm triple excited about it.
Triple excited?
Yeah,
Triple
yeah.
excited to get wrecked?
Yeah, I'm triple excited.
2 Wochen Refresh vom Equipment.
Because I don't want to lose.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
triple neck wreck, triple neck.
Triple neck.
Triple neck, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, triple neck.
Like a multi-headed
Yeah,
hydra.
Triple Wreck is on an all pizza diet, so he's going to be triple neck TV by probably next week. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
But yeah, as you can gather from our puns and our hint dropping here, Triple Wreck will be here next week, and we'll go into the Trials of Osiris, and we'll see exactly what Brother Vance has in store for us.
I think we've released some of the images of the gear, right? Which is, I love it. It turned out amazing. Like, obviously the hunter gear is the best.
Is it?
But yeah, sure.
Let's not.
Looks like a mummy. It's got
Aber
bandages.
cool designt auf jeden Fall.
Auf alle Fälle.
Yeah, all of it makes you look like an Egyptian king, so it's pretty cool.
Sure.
And he's got.
Soll doch mal auf das obere gehen. Ich möchte mal gerne sehen, was da steht.
So he's got some fun and some riches in store for all of us. And I'm going to back away slowly because he's obviously a badass.
Hat er gerade gesagt, Hunter is the best?
I mean, he's got a tablet.
Hat er gesagt, ja.
Direkt mal adden den Kollegen.
Ja, auf
Ja,
alle
aber guck
Fälle.
mal, der liebe Herr DJ, der hat eine Ahnung.
So
Warlock.
this place is a little bit of a mess, you know. Like the tower is this really nice, manicured, paved in Disney place where you get to walk around and feel like humanity is all polished up despite the collapse of the golden age. But talk to us a little bit about the art style of the reef, because this really feels a lot more utilitarian to me, a little bit more functional and lived in. So what's going on here?
Yeah, so the reef is a very dangerous place. It's full of pirates and danger and derelict spaceships. You can see some of the broken ships.
Geil designt, gefällt mir auf jeden Fall richtig gut.
So it's where the Awoken live. So they've, with it being so dangerous out there and so sort of hard to live, you've got a little bit more dangerous atmosphere we wanted to kind of sell. So things are a little bit darker, the music's a little bit moodier.
Yeah.
And it's
Place out on the outskirts.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So that sort of
has that outer rim feel.
the whole House of Wolves is really about bounty hunting and loot and gaining treasures from the queen, and so we really wanted to sell that kind of bounty hunter outlaw kind of out in the wilderness, sort of hunting criminals and getting treasures kind of feel. So
Yeah, derelict spaceport. But there are some familiar elements here. We've got the bounty tracker bot that has sent us out on so many evenings of grinding and upgrading.
Are there going to be any fresh quests in this, or is it sort of the same rotation?
Ich würde mal gerne den Tresor sehen. Oder ob es da überhaupt einen gibt.
Queen dude over here.
Well, the queen dude.
Ah, guck mal, der, wie heißt der Typ, der die Bounties hat?
That's gonna stick now.
Yeah,
that's gonna be your fault.
Bounty Tracker.
She knows telekinesis.
Keine Ahnung.
She's juggling the
Nicht.
knife, I noticed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which, so why
Das sind aber die alten Bounties, guck mal, da gibt's nichts Neues.
Well, there's
Außer
more.
dieses Königen-Ding, was auf dem zweiten oder dritten Teil war.
Genau, das kommt wieder.
Binocular vision is indicative of a hunting species. So there's strength in numbers.
Ist, glaube ich, auch dasselbe Model wie auf dem Erde-Tower, ne?
Fast.
we wanted to make sure you could do all the things that you'd want.
Eine
to
andere
do.
Farbe, oder?
Stuck in chat now. Perfect.
Queen dude.
Queen dude hype. Stop.
Ja, ja.
Stop writing
Bisschen
fiction.
grün.
We have old day doges.
Ist am Oxidieren.
Stuff we wanted to do, like all the utility stuff, like pick up your bounties, postmaster, vault, all that stuff's available.
The vault is your vault, so it's not a separate vault.
Correct.
Nope.
Yeah, so
Go ahead and
yeah,
Is that what you anticipate to see in there?
that's what I anticipated to see in there are all of these weapons
Cool.
and this second crux that I have for no reason.
Look at all that empty vault space.
Yeah, look
I
at
know,
look at
look at
how
all that.
big that vault is.
I know it's because I'm holding everything right now for
Very
reasons.
good. It's good. It's good to be.
Was ist denn hier? Bank.
So this is a
Ah, ne, das ist ein
Ah,
der
das ist der
Tresor.
Tresor, okay.
As you
Stark.
said, we got the bounty tracker. We've got the vault.
Guck mal, bei dem Hunter, wo er das angeklickt hat, hat das angefangen zu leuchten.
There is absolutely a reason to go back to the tower.
Vor dem Model. Guck,
And I'm so
wenn er
glad-
sich da vorstellt, dann
Ja, soll er mal aufmachen, der
Is there
Gute.
anything else you want to ask us about the reef?
Dann weiß, wie groß der Tresor ist. Der Marco ist schon geil drauf.
Similar to, say, like the iron banana.
There might be a
Okay.
few secrets in here. We don't want to reveal
We don't want to
everything
reveal
today.
them just yet.
Right.
Is there a
Yep.
ghost down on this beam? down here?
24:36 und das andere konnte ich nicht lesen.
No, is
Tut
there-
mir
I
leid.
don't know if there's a ghost.
Did you already find?
Yeah, achievement. hunter.
6 ist 36 nicht schon Normalgröße?
And that's why we're
Ja,
spectating from
für
my
Waffen
point of
ist die
view,
neue
because now we
Normalgröße.
know where Gotham-
36 Waffen.
Yep.
No, it looks terrific.
To your
and you
question,
can die everywhere.
it does feel like there are some rooms for expansion in the Reef. So,
Sure.
you know, the world of Destiny is always evolving and changing and reacting to your decisions. And, you know, the Reef is no different. So,
Okay, great.
so May 19th, Guardians, is when you can expect to invade this space, make some new friends, make some new enemies. We're going to send you on some new adventures. Whole new way to experience the Destiny endgame through Varix the Loyal.
Yeah, as far as Endgame goes, you know, obviously a lot of people were upset about the announcement of no raid with House of Wolves.
Yeah.
This is the Reef Guardian.
You've both played the Prison of Elders. Would you say it's like a raid level activity, or is it going to be just shoot a bunch of guys like a lot of people say?
So we want to make sure absolutely that there's a really fun, challenging endgame activity. We wanted to add multiple, both PvP and PvE this time, so there's a chance to get endgame gear and challenge at that level for both activities. We want to make sure there's challenging, that there's variety. I think we talked about as well, challenge, variety, skill. We want to make sure all that stuff's.
Is it something that's going to be stagnant and the same every time?
Armor Core und Weapon Core.
Nope.
Awesome.
Das werden dann echt wahrscheinlich diese Coins sein, um die Waffen auf den neuesten Stand zu bringen.
Genau.
And as we'll be talking about coming up pretty soon, you'll.
Stark, da kann man ja eigentlich die alten Equip-Sachen schon farmen gehen, ne?
Okay, so there are weekly changes to the
Zumindest kannst du dich dann dein Equipment so zusammenstellen, dass du quasi die besten Perks daraus hast. Zum Beispiel höheres Angriffstempo, mehr schwere Muni.
Ja klar,
Dann halt-
deswegen sammle ich ja schon aus der Gläsernkammer die ganzen Sachen.
And with the Prison of Elders, we are able to extend the Destiny end game to include a different type of experience. That's always been our goal. Always something new to do in Destiny.
Super. What about Xur?
What about Xur?
Xur. I always call him Xur.
Xur?
Xur. And what about Xur? Is he going to be coming over to the Reef as well?
Xur's he's a mysterious figure. There's only 3 things I'll confirm about Xur.
Okay.
Xur will arrive in a place at a cadence in which you can anticipate. Xur will
Viele
have
Leute
lots
da
of
schon auf
stuff
dem Ding jetzt
that you
sind,
can
ne?
buy.
Guck mal bei dem auf dem Radar.
You can decide if you want to buy that stuff.
Ja,
Yeah.
Any other
Wahrscheinlich die ganzen Beta-Tester.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
he can show up in the Reef.
He can do
wo
just
war
about
meine
anything.
Einladung?
So,
Stop it.
sorry. So basically, what you're saying is that people who do not purchase House of Wolves can go to the Reef.
All Guardians are welcome in the Reef.
Yay!
Yep. And that begs the question, is there going to be anyone left in the tower?
Oh, guck mal, die Blitze und so. Das sieht schon sehr stark
To
aus.
answer that question in ways that I hope will make people very happy.
I hope so too.
There's been a lot of great work. I'm just going to go on record. I feel like there's been a lot of great work done on character progression and evolution in this game. While we enjoy the familiar jaunt through orbit here, talk to us a little bit about the decision making and some of the conversations that happened around at this moment in time. What do we do for Guardians?
Sure. Well, we wanted to make sure, we took a look at the whole.
Aber die 3 stehen auch im neuen Turm.
Simple.
Ja.
We've been adding new materials with each release, and we just want to make sure that we didn't just keep adding 5 more material, make things really complicated. So we wanted to try and simplify stuff, upgrade paths, adding new materials. We want to keep it as simple as possible, and sort of make sure it was as understandable, clear as possible as well. So we had a chance to kind of sit back, look at people's feedback, look at the community's comments, kind of what people were doing, and like I said, simplify it as much as we could. So you'll see a little bit of that.
You were talking about upgrade paths.
Yep.
Die sind ziemlich nervös, Alter. Ich glaube, die müssen echt aufpassen, dass sie sich nicht verlabern.
Come in for a landing here. I would rather show than say. So
Okay.
let's jump right into it. I really like the idea of, a communication process with our community. The fact that they're.
Guck mal, er hätte sich jetzt gerade fast versprochen, hast du gehört?
That has an impact on our development process. Are there members of the community that you listen to more than others?
I was playing with my dad last night. It's funny. He was asking all about, like, you know, can he upgrade his, you know, Mythoclast, all that stuff. So I told him to watch today.
But you said that the Mythoclast is frozen in time, which means
Did I say that
it's
once?
stuck there forever.
Did I say that the Mythoclast is frozen in time?
Yeah.
Of course, you know what they say about something that's frozen.
It can thaw.
It can be warmed up. It can be warmed up. So let's see. I have received a bounty. And my bounty is what? Your bounties are here. So in visiting the reef, I have acquired my first House of Wolves bounty. That's the way that we're going to send you through this experience. And while the reef is a self-contained environment that will support your adventure, help you acquire the bounties, the quests, and the missions that are going to keep you fighting and playing, it's also going to equip you with the different rewards that you'll be earning and the different activities you'll enjoy. The tower has always been the place where we could come and outfit ourselves and keep the evolution always on.
Jetzt habe ich nicht gelesen, was in der Bounty stand. Marco, konntest du das sehen?
Nee, ich auch nicht. War ein bisschen zu schnell. Ich habe drauf geachtet, wie viele Münzen der hat.
So I'm actually going to start.
Der hatte sehr viele.
Hold on, you're going too fast.
I'm running. I'm running. I don't want to keep your dad waiting. My dad never touches video games. I'm actually really impressed that you're able to play. How old is your dad?
He's old enough.
Old enough. That's very kind.
Fun thing I just noticed was looking at my black hammer.
Yes.
Okay, er ist irgendwie auf dem Weg zum Sprecher. Mal schauen, was er Neues hat. Oder ob es da überhaupt was gibt.
Maybe.
Was I not supposed to look at that? It's there for me to look at.
There's so many things. There's so many things that I've had to brush up on. That's actually a detail that has escaped me. So once you open it up and see if you can upgrade that.
I already did. I just filled out the
So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
hive disruptor and upgraded it.
Well,
Hast du es gehört, was er gerade gesagt hat wegen Black Hammer?
Look at that. Good to go.
upgraded your hive
Hey.
disruptor.
Dieser Schaddispatcher, ob da war, warum das nicht Gold rundherum ist, als sie das rausgenommen haben. Ob das
Weil das
gefixt worden ist.
Take a look at what
Okay.
Mr. Speaker's going to do for us now.
Was war denn da genau? Hat er das erklärt?
Nee, haben sie jetzt wieder nur an den Tisch gekehrt.
So one of the things that Chris just told us about was
Der
simplifying
ganz
your
rechte,
Hat er,
der,
okay, hat er gerade gesagt, wegen dem Char-Dings-Bonus haben die das rausgepatcht.
Material
Exchange, okay. Da kannst du Material eintauschen, guck mal.
Voila, Villa.
I can acquire those things on a one-for-one basis.
Sure.
Same thing with energy or shards. This is awesome.
Yeah, so there's two things you can do. You sort of can trade between energy and shards for at the different levels.
Yep.
And also you can turn any of that stuff in for
50 Glimmer für einen,
You
Junge.
can buy light with it. You can buy glimmer.
for
Exactly.
ammo.
Senate shards can become
Spending
unsupply.
so shards become
this is
energy
cool.
becomes shards, and shards become the thing that you can use to buy awesome stuff.
So now you can exchange Ascendant energies and shards for glimmer and things like that.
Yep.
It's-
2 Bruchstücke gegen einen Lichtpartikel, Freunde. Habt ihr das
so
gesehen?
you can mix
Das ist
where
ein
you
starkes
need it.
Update.
Und ein Bruchstück für 250 Glimmer.
Glimmer. Alter, das wird auf jeden Fall...
That's really cool. I didn't see this when I was. You told me to stay out of the tower when I was looking at
Ja,
that.
das hat ja die Iris schon. Ist ja nichts, nichts Neues.
Yeah. Well, tell me more, dude.
So thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And we're out of here. You also told us that we
Was ist denn unten mit dem Lichtpartikel? Der soll da mal drauf gehen.
Naja, das wird mich auch interessieren. Macht er nicht mehr.
Do not ascribe to New Monarchy's politics.
I like New Monarchy.
Do you?
personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what? You're welcome to it, man.
Ah,
myself.
schade.
All right, so here we have New Monarchy weapons and gear. What would you tell us about this?
Sure. Yeah, I want to make sure that all the vendors had new stuff and new stuff to acquire. So we did a refresh, have new armor for each of the factions. So they have a full set. There's also a full set of new weapons.
He's got that red hand 9 in there now.
Yep.
Uh-oh. That's
Ganz cool als der erste Endgegner der ersten Mission schon in der Bounty.
Inspect it? Okay.
Let's see how they're
Okay, kannst du es lesen?
Rina hat gerade
I
reingeschrieben.
want to make sure
Ah,
not
okay.
all the guns were just recolors of existing ones.
Sure.
So you'll notice with the faction gear, those are brand new.
There's new perks too.
That's pretty. That's
So
a pretty
brand new
gun.
Yeah.
machine gun. That's up on the
Red
screen
Hand,
now.
okay.
Wow.
What else? What else do
Guck
you
mal,
like?
guck mal, da sind so links 2 neue Buttons. Einmal ein Hammer und einmal das Osiris-Zeichen.
And also,
Gesehen?
it's gonna shut up about for the next couple
That's nice
minutes.
and
Der soll den Verdränger zeigen oder
It's
so.
nice, yeah.
Nein, die haben
And,
die haben den
stuff, what were you saying
runtergeschraubt.
before about pea shooters, bullet hoses?
Yeah.
Das ist aber nicht der Verdränger.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, das ist ja gar nicht.
Nil impact, high
Neue
fire
Waffen,
rate. The
okay.
Vindicator looks like it's still pretty low.
Neue
impact,
Perks.
but That's always been. Wait, that's new. That's a new
Der
one.
Armreif sieht auf jeden Fall besser aus als die alten.
Inspect one of the pistol, I think.
Yeah, okay.
The hand cannon.
Before I do move to the pistol, I just wanna
36
tell everyone
Licht,
at
das
home,
heißt,
this
mit
is
dem
not the
Equipment,
way
was du
to
kaufen
build
kannst,
a
bist du
gun.
instant
People are gonna
32.
People are gonna look at you and they're gonna say, pick a side.
Pick a side,
If you're
yeah.
wearing dead orbit robes and a new monarchy helmet, you're just gonna look like a jerk who can't commit. Don't be that guy at home. Pick
Yeah,
a faction.
It does look like the armor pieces are reskins of last season's.
Okay. Sie zeigen auf jeden Fall gleich nochmal die
Pieces
Pistole.
are the stuff at like the Vanguards and Crucible for this season.
Funny you should ask.
I know.
So let's take a
And
break
how?
from Executor Hideo,
Sure.
and we're going to take a little jaunt. Why don't you lead
This
the way?
Weapon.
I'm going.
Let's go check in with Shax.
I'm very fast right now. I'm like Sonic.
Guck mal, die ganzen
Sonic.
That's just a
Symbole sind auf jeden Fall verändert.
Mhm. Ja gut, das ist wahrscheinlich alles noch... Oh, guck mal, es ist auch viel weniger zum Hochleveln.
No, I was waiting for you. I was gonna
Oh,
trick you.
okay.
Aber
bin
es ist
ich
schon.
sowieso-
Alright, so here we are. Down
Bin
in
ich
the
mal
den.
gespannt. Ich denke mal, das ist noch nicht ganz
I'm gonna
fertig.
approach Lord Shax.
Und noch ein bisschen
Oh, this is
dazukommt.
new looking.
Yeah, he's got a
Ja, die
lot of
Perks
nice
haben die ja
stuff
eh
there.
schon öfter mal geändert, auch vor dem DLC schon.
Now,
Aha. Jetzt mal
because,
Schmelzsiegel hier
Chris and I
gucken.
have played, we've actually got some of this stuff.
Okay.
So, Chris, let's real quick, let's play Dolly dress up here.
Wow, Warlock-Helm sehen ja fett aus.
Down here.
Yeah, go ahead and buy some stuff. Everyone, be fabulous.
I'm going to Zavala down here.
Oh, nice.
Also,
Oh wait.
what can I give you, Gotti?
I have no.
Also designtechnisch,
Zeig mal den
die
Helm.
diesmal nicht auf die Praktikanten vertraut, glaube ich.
Boah.
Boah, guck mal. Stark.
Ich liebe meine Warlocks.
Do you have? Did we give you anything in your inventory?
Boah, guck mal, wie nice der Helm aussieht.
Ja, Mann.
No. Okay, keep going.
Also dann mit Rammischkrot da runter.
I'm a
New
jerk.
sets
and I
for-
ordered
You
all
look
the stuff
great.
to myself.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna watch on your screen.
Alright.
No one can see my screen. It's irrelevant.
No. Check it out.
So there's full new sets for all three classes.
Sure.
Both Vanguard and Crucible.
Okay.
Check out the Vanguard in a few minutes.
And yeah, Ikora.
Gut, so gut, Rüstung ist mir egal, Waffen will ich sehen.
New stuff. I have a secret crush on Ikora.
Er switcht da mal so schnell runter. Ich konnte, auch noch, ich konnte noch nichts Neues sehen.
Now all of this
Here,
stuff, if I go
you do.
through and I upgrade this stuff, this will take
Also
me
die
up
starten
to
alle mit
through
36
endgame
Licht,
activities,
die Sachen, die
other
man
things,
kaufen
level
kann.
33, level 34 if I play enough of the endgame.
Yep.
Let's talk about upgrades.
Sure.
Good logical extension. Before we do that, I'm going to come here to the Crucible Quartermaster. Let's check out some of these new guns.
Okay.
So, new guns, new perks. Let's check out some of the models. I want you to tell me what you want me to buy here.
Okay, Thema
I would like
Upgrades.
you,
Sweet looking
a Crucible
scout.
Quartermaster.
Yep.
I would like you to buy a. I would like you
What?
to buy a Hard Luck Charm.
Ich finde das Scout-Gewehr für
Oh, Alter,
Basti.
das Scout-Gewehr ist aber schon
Aha.
krasse Werte, alter Schwede.
So I now have a brand new House of Wolves weapon.
Okay.
I still have an inventory. Let's come back
Ah,
up
guck mal.
to the bowels here. It's a lovely
Lobo.
evening in the tower. And, we'll have some better light that we can use to enjoy this new stuff. So let's take a look at my inventory. This is an inventory that was built for me in a test environment.
Okay, das ist
So
jetzt eine ganz
immediately
neue,
I'm gonna go on record and say that
Haus der
there are
Wölfe
things in
Knarre.
this inventory that do not belong to me. This is all here for illustration purposes only. However, I have old exotics that I love.
Sure.
I have Dark Below weapons that I love. I even have Launch Day weapons that I love. I've been hanging on to that shadow price since the game launched.
Okay.
All right, so if I want to upgrade these things, I need something called Etheric Light.
Where do we get that?
Etheric Light,
Comes from the endgame activity, so you can get it from Prison of Elders, you can get it from Trials of Osiris, and also there's a chance.
Shadow
in
Price,
Nightfall
300,
and
okay.
Iron Banner.
Okay, so even if you don't own the DLC, you can still upgrade your old stuff to
Absolutely.
new stuff.
Yep.
yep. We're,
Okay.
we're bringing people along, even if
Okay.
the Queen's Wrath
Stark!
is enough
Schau
for
dir
them
das
to
an.
crave revenge.
So you're still going to be able to get up to light level 34 without touching the DLC.
Right. May take a little longer, but
Yeah.
Yep.
Might take a little longer. It's going to be a lot less fun. Check that out.
365.
365 Shadow Price. What else would we like to upgrade? Sound off in chat right now. I am now taking requests so that I can prove that we're going to upgrade your favorite weapon. I'm looking at chat right now. And
Geil. Und die Sache, die kriegst du von den ganzen Aktivitäten gedroppt.
okay. This Mythoclast does not belong
365 Shadow Price.
Hätte ich das gewusst, ich hätte nie meine zerlegt. Ich bekomme die nie wieder.
Ich krieg die auch nicht mehr.
Beste Automatik ever.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Actually, I stored my weapon parts
Why
because I
don't you
needed
just
room for all
inspect
this
my
new stuff.
Mythoclast that I'm about to put on?
Okay, here we go. Where are you? Are you
I'm standing right next to you. So I filled out that bubble,
Yep.
and it now looks like my Mythoclast has thawed and is now a 365.
Ihm fehlen 25 Waffenteile.
Also, you may have noticed it did not reset all your progression.
It did not reset my progression.
Nice. Look at that.
So obviously, you're not going to start off with having these materials. You're going to have to get them. So
Yep.
Jawohl.
watching, like, that was so easy.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to run out of content really quick.
You still have to go get your
365.
You have to get it, meaning you're going to have to do the everything, just the everything.
But once you get that, as you know, was just said, your Mythoclast is ready to rock.
Yeah, so the chances of just jumping in and immediately being level 34 is not possible.
Right.
Right. That's right.
Cool.
So
Is
same
the
thing can be done to
Prison of Elders going to be immediately unlocked?
in order to, like anything in the Destiny endgame, in order
Yeah.
to play the Prison of Elders, you have to finish the story.
Ready to rock.
You got to become legend, as they say.
Yeah. People
right.
are clamoring for that Fatebringer.
Fatebringer.
Do you have weapon parts now?
I don't need weapon parts. I need
Spinny metal.
spinny metal,
Boom.
and
Yeah.
there's a 365 Fatebringer. Let's see. Is the Gallarhorn still relevant? I'm looking at you, Spider. The Gallarhorn is, in fact, still relevant.
Oh.
Has not been upgraded.
Do you
There are
have
many
weapon
like it.
parts
This one
now?
is not mine. But as you can see here, anybody who is holding a fully upgraded Gallarhorn and has few weapon parts and an exotic shard and enough glimmer
Schicksalsbringer kannte man ja
can
schon.
upgrade that
So we don't need
Gallarhorn.
Xur anymore for upgrading exotics.
Correct.
Correct.
We can do it whenever we dang
Yep,
please.
Yep. Although Xur will sell you shards.
Shards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you may need to go to Xur to buy shards. You may
Okay.
need to go to Xur to buy weapons that you can then shard. So there are still things for you to do and to aspire for and to hope for.
So yeah, so every legendary weapon, piece of armor in the game can now be upgraded. So from
Awesome.
any release.
Awesome.
Including my very favorite legendary belt-fed heavy machine gun. I'm actually going to enjoy this a lot. The Deviant
What perks do you
Gravity
have on
A.
yours?
Da muss man die jetzt upgraden, beziehungsweise muss man die Upgrades freischalten, um das Ding dann auf Max-Level zu bringen? Oder
Nein, die sind schon da, aber die Sachen, die du da, die Elfic Lights da, die kriegst du nur bei den ganzen neuen Sachen, was er da
Nein,
gesagt hat.
ich meine, wenn du eine ungelevelte Jallarhorn hast,
Ja?
ist die Waffe dann instant auf 365
Nein,
oder?
das muss weiterhin gelevelt werden.
That's got a couple.
Weil er hat ja einen ungelevelten Jallarhorn. Wenn er
Ja.
die jetzt mit diesem neuen Ding geupgradet hätte, wäre die dann 365 gewesen oder?
Nein.
Auch wenn er die Upgrades alle freigeschaltet hat, nur noch nicht gekauft?
Ja, die werden nicht, die muss er alle kaufen, die Upgrades.
So yeah, you'll be able
Okay.
to with the
Bin ich ja mal
new,
gespannt.
House of Wolves weapons be able to reforge them, which is pretty cool.
Okay, so not my existing
Nice.
legendaries, but if I buy new legendaries from
Aha.
the Vanguard, from
Mit da kannst du zum Waffenschmied gehen und die wieder die Perks ändern.
he's going to allow
Das ist
me
ja mal
to
geil.
reforge weapons. I do not have weapon parts.
Just dismantle.
Guck
some
mal.
stuff.
Here we go. Here we. I'm not going to dismantle.
Dann kannst du die wahrscheinlich rollen wie beim Eisenbahner-Event.
Ganz genau.
Just
You have
Das
dismantle
sind manche Waffen.
You're
Siehst du?
and take.
There you go.
Did that give me? Let me take a look at my inventory.
Chat is losing it
Are they
over the
losing it?
Oh, they're losing it over reforging.
Reforging's going to be cool. So,
A lot of people asked for
So, jetzt sein Tresor.
all right.
I can't help but notice he also
Zeig den
has,
gleich mal
Er
mein
hat ja
Tresor.
gar nichts da drin.
Yeah, he has Talems now.
Yep.
Ah, guck mal, da hast du dieses
So I
Bungie-Abzeichen
am
gesehen oben?
acquiring
Aha.
reforging.
All right, so
Guck,
we
jetzt kann er
need to
die
do-
rollen.
we get, shot package.
This cannot be
I'll
reserved.
be here till Tuesday. So I have linear compensator, I have replenish, I have speed reload, and I have army of one. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Acquiring. Are you sure you're acquiring? Yes, I'm acquiring. Go. Thanks. Open character. Back to the shoddy. It looks
Das ist ja mal richtig geil.
Yeah, and there's a lot of new perks too.
It looks
that I'm
like I would
noticing.
use that to like actually.
Der hat aber jetzt
hold
schon
up the
ekelhafte
monarchy
Stats.
there. That's a bad
PvP.
Finder, speed reload, cascade. You get the idea.
Yeah.
You can do this all day until you run out of motes of light, until you run out of gun parts. And when you take a look at the stuff that we're asking you to spend, it's the stuff that a lot of people have in reserve.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good use.
Da sind wenig Perks drauf. Ich glaube, das werden die noch ändern.
Nee, guck mal, da fehlen ein paar Sachen. Zum Beispiel die Upgrades, damit es stärker wird. Die fehlen dazwischen.
That is awesome.
Passt
There's
schon
a lot
alles.
of upgrades for,
Ah,
old
stimmt.
raid gear
Ja,
and
jetzt wo du
stuff,
es sagst.
which to me kind of makes the old raids a lot more relevant
Yep.
than if we were just moving on. And as a new player, a lot more approachable because you'll have two sources to get your
Na
gear
gut, tu mal dein
from
Headset ein
in
bisschen
order
weg
to-
von der
to
Nase.
level up.
Das ist schon ganz oben. Das ist ganz, ganz oben.
Yeah.
Gloves of the Heads and Lords, Vault of Glass gear. You can ascend.
Yeah.
Let's come take a look at.
And all of your resources are relevant with the exchange over at the speaker now too.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, is there anything in your inventory that you feel would go to waste or sit on the shelf? Take a look at your inventory.
Not really, because I can.
Das ist die gläserne Kammer.
You know,
Uh-huh.
my ascendants, which I
Handschuhe.
have 1,000 ascendant shards basically.
You have 3,651 weapon parts.
Yeah, I'm gonna use those.
293.
Yeah, I need to make weapons to, you know, something.
Another cool part of this is that now everybody at the at the maximum level is going to look different, which is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's
Like,
great, yeah.
Some people are going to be running around in
Something a
Vault
lot
of
of
Glass
people-
gear, some Iron Banner gear. Like, it's
Are you familiar with transmogging?
Soll das mal
in
anklicken?
Blizzard games?
Ja, Mann.
Sure.
Macht er mit Absicht
denn
nicht.
nicht?
On our forum, people
Yeah.
love a transmog system.
So this is basically that. I mean, since all the gear can be at the top level, you can just
Well,
ascend it.
we're not taking features and attributes from one gear and allowing you to apply it to another. But
Right,
what we
exactly.
are doing is making everything relevant that you can enjoy. I've got to check out.
A lot of people are asking about the glimmer cap, and I've never been someone who really feels like a higher glimmer cap is super necessary.
Yeah.
But is that something you guys have considered, or is it basically like if you're capping your glimmer all the time, then why aren't you spending it type thing? Especially now with the new,
Yeah.
yeah,
new sinks for it and stuff.
yeah,
new weapons
exactly.
and
There's a
whatnot,
lot
yeah.
more sinks for your old materials, and your old
Oh,
materials
nice.
come from glimmer. So is that
Indeed.
even necessary?
Indeed.
Yeah, we're definitely always we're always looking at that stuff, looking at people's feedback, sort of keeping an eye on what things like caps and different materials and whatnot. So we're always kind of evaluating that stuff. As you see with our patches, we try and address the most important of those as they come up. So if that proves to be an issue, I'm sure.
Right.
Were we able to reach into the mind of our investment designers, we could probably answer that question with much greater detail.
Okay.
But yeah, I can tell you that that piece of feedback has landed. It's just a matter of
Kryptage verkauft grüne
player
Engramme.
feedback
Stark,
match up
Bungie.
with our own experiences, our own learnings in playing the game. Because we are fans of our own game.
Right.
And what are our goals for the overall experience?
Are there any new ghost shells?
Not at this time. Not at this time. We're being pretty giving today.
Okay. Not today, guys. We're not.
Yep. And you know what I feel in order to be completely honest here, this is not my Gallarhorn. I did not earn this
That's mean.
Gallarhorn.
That's rude.
I'm going to dismantle it as a
Okay.
gesture of honesty
Sure.
and goodwill. Now I have shards.
And you got some weapon parts. You've been
And
really
I got
low
I
on
need
those.
weapon
Ah.
parts. So until everyone has an opportunity to own a Gallarhorn, I will not accept one.
Sure.
And that is my promise to the community. Plus I don't need one because I have a Thunderlord and that's really a more skilled.
Oh, das muss er ja jetzt bringen.
Player trading.
Geil.
Player trading.
Player trading.
It's something we've thought about. We've been talking about player trading ever
Starke
since,
Sache.
the pros and cons of it ever since the beginning of time. So
Yeah.
it's something where there's downsides to it,
Obviously, right,
and
yeah.
there's upsides. So
Ich glaube, er wird jetzt noch mehr gehasst.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like it would take away a lot of the end game if your buddy
Yeah.
could just hand you everything. But
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of people ask about it, so obviously I want to know your thoughts on it and try to stay as
yeah, sure.
neutral as possible.
Yeah, I mean, the investment designer is like.
Er macht einfach einen Jalla kaputt.
Jetzt ticken sie
Starke
aus.
Sache.
Features like that.
Ich würde jetzt mal gerne den
Personally,
Bungie-Stream
I
sehen, Junge,
prefer
wie die
not
Leute
to
da
have,
ausrasten.
Player trading, but
Yeah, I agree
again,
with you.
you'll get different opinions,
I-
across
yes,
the
I do,
entire
yeah.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel right unless I asked, guys. I have to ask.
Yeah.
Well, and I remember, the time I have pined for a Thunderlord for a long time. I used this gun on stage in front of people for a week, at Gamescom.
Okay.
And I thought, this gun is so awesome. This is fully upgraded at home. On this test build, it is not. I'm going to be able to upgrade this thing to 365. I'm going to keep it with me. I acquired my Thunderlord after a Crucible match. I was playing a game with Datto and Leopard Stealth.
Did you have a high score?
And I did not have the high score, but I held my own.
Okay.
I held my own. I was
Were
there.
you positive,
I
Katie?
thought I had maybe a .83 KD,
Okay,
which is good for me.
that's not .82, so you're...
It's it's .01 better than.
Yeah, exactly. So
But I
think
got my
that's the cutoff
Thunderlord. And and I can always, if somebody says, "How'd you get that?" I'm like, "Ask Datto. We were in the Crucible. I won it. I was very happy." But if that story ended up being Datto gave it to me, then it's less interesting for me. There are people who will disagree with me. There are people who have 5 Galar horns and they have a friend who has 0 Galar horns, and they would like a trading system.
Is there a cap on etheric light that you can earn in a week, like there is Vanguard marks, or is it basically if you're lucky enough to get a whole crap load of it, then you're good?
There's no cap that I'm aware of.
No cap that we are aware of. Cool.
Yeah, but there are activities that you can run only so many times throughout the course of a week. But
there's a weekly reset on the arena. Trials of Osiris is just on the weekend. Obviously, you can only
Guck
do
mal, wie viel der hat.
If there was a weekend and you played Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris, I mean, they might relap. Iron Banner usually lasts a full week.
Guck mal, da sind die Osiris-Dinger.
Genau, guck mal, was der alles schon hat, Cheater. Der behauptet.
You could hit the mother load.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway.
I think I hit all of the hot button questions.
The hot burning questions?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then there's nothing left to do but to slow walk the tower.
Did we want to check out maybe the Dead Orbit weapons or...
I gave it a look. I want the player to have something that they can inspect and enjoy for themselves.
All right.
I'm going to be the bad cop right now. Everyone can remember that Christopher Barrett wanted to expose all the riches of the tower to you, and Deej said no.
I wanted to show you the new exotic armor, all that stuff, but I'll tell you
Are we going to be talking about third subclasses anytime soon in the future?
There is a future for Destiny, and we'll be talking about all of it in the future. But not today. It is not this day. I think, before we overstay our welcome, we're just going to say that we're really looking forward to all of you playing the House of Wolves on May 19th. All of this will be available to all of you. If you've been watching this Twitch stream, we thank you. Our chat room is running a mile a minute. So, if you're used to getting a shout out, I can't even pick out any of your names right now.
Yeah, for everybody shouting raid in chat, we had a brief discussion about the choice to have a new activity that we can't really talk about yet, but is raid tier difficulty.
Oh, das war's schon.
Ja.
And I guess
Haben sie ja echt nur Riff, Tower, Waffen, Fraktionen, Coins.
So you guys will find out in a couple weeks about that.
Schade.
I wish I could talk about it now, but
no, that will be that responsibility will fall to another. You'll be at home, hopefully watching the stream. So, please
Den Rest, der kommt am 29. Können wir auch wieder live gehen.
We're going to be doing this week over week until the House of Wolves launches. Next week we're going to be with Triple Wreck. We'll see you soon, Triple Wreck. We're going to be playing the Trials of Osiris, and then a special celebrity guest who is yet to be named will be entering the Prison of Elders with us the following week. So Wednesdays are pretty important until the House of Wolves comes out. I'm Deej from Bungie, joined by Christopher Barrett.
Thanks, guys.
Joined by King Gathalion.
it's been a pleasure.
Your Highness. That is all for now. Thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye!
Jawohl. Und das war's schon.
Ja, das heißt, der nächste Twitch-Stream wird
Nächste Woche.
quasi in einer Woche.
Genau.
Tja, Leute, in diesem Sinne, danke fürs Einschalten.